Hello folks, Dan Fizzle here. This is the Rocky RDA. ModsAndAtties have it in stock now. They don't have the black colour left, but they do have stainless steel. So it's a dripping tank atomizer. It's sort of in a category all of its own, 'cause it's not a dripper and it's not a tank. It's sort of somewhere in between. I've done the close-up already, that will be in a second. This is just like an intro basically, because I've done them separate, you see. I haven't done them all. I've done the close-up first because that's the hard part. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and look at it, and then following that we'll talk about it some more. See you in a second. Right, so here we have our Rocky RDA slash RBA slash RTA tank dripper atomizer thing. You'll see why I call it that in a minute. Right, so fully assembled, what we'll do is we'll take it to pieces. So here's our connections. Tri-post. So dual, or you struggle to fit a quad in this well, to be honest. So you're talking jewels. We do have 3 sizes of air hole on the side, as you can see. Tiny, tiny, and then not so tiny. I think they're 0.5, 0.8 and 1 mil. So just so you know. And then we come to our base section, which is here. This is the sort of blackened version of this atomizer, so it is fully stainless steel. We've got air hole either side, so it's nice. I'm not a big fan of the circles. I've got to admit, I'm not a big fan of the circles, but that's just personal preference. That's just my taste. Plastic tank, so you're not going to be safe with your tank crackers. And I don't know anywhere that is selling replacements. I've looked and I cannot find them anywhere, so be careful with the tank. And then we have our top section. Drip tip is removable with some force. And this is where it sort of becomes, because this top section here is spring loaded, and you'll see why in a second once I've rebuilt it. So let's rebuild it. So we put our plastic tank section back on, put our bottom piece back on, and then we slide, for me, over the biggest hole. So you take the big hole, bang, and then you're done. It's rebuilt. Filling this is filling from the bottom part of the tank section. I'm just going to put like 2 or 3 mils in it. It does hold 5 mil, but I'm not really using this tank at the moment, so I don't really want to fill it up and then have to empty it again. So I've just put a couple of mil in there. There we go. Let's wipe it down. You can see we have juice in our tank. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn this to my shirt so you can see what's going on. Basically, here's our tank, okay? So what you need to do is you need to push down on this drip tip. And what that does is that will wet your wicks. If you can see the inside is moving, that will actually wet your wicks for you. So basically, it's like an auto dripper. Yeah, so it's like an auto dripper. It's not 22 millimeters, which is sort of a shame. It's 19 millimeters, but it doesn't look too shabby on sort of anything really. It would have been better if it was 22, just for like my eyes' sake, because I can't stand the ridge. But I've been using this mainly on a K100, so they are a perfect match. This bit here is lockable, so if you're out and about, you can lock the drip tip so you can't use the plunge. It's a good feature. But that is it. That is about all there is to the Rocky RDA. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to line up these air holes like that, and we'll see some performance. We'll see how it works. See you in a second. Right, so we've got our Rocky RDA. As you saw, I only put like 1 mil or 2 mil of a liquid in there, so, but yeah, we'll see how it performs. Very well. Do not let this fool you by its appearance. This may look like a tank. It may look like a cave one. It may look similar to that sort of thing. This is not one of those. This is a pure dripper. It's basically, someone has said, right, how can I make a dual coil dripper with a tank but not have it leak and not just attach a bottle to a drip tip well? And this is what they've come up with. I've got to say, I'm very surprised at the performance of this. Very, very surprised at the performance. I mean, this price at this price point, this is £20 basically, 19.99. At that price point, I would say it's definitely worth a try. Unless you need it to be 22mm, then it's not. But it performs well. It holds 5 mil, so if you like to drip while you're out and about, very, very handy. It won't leak. A tip, if you want to take it out and about but you're scared of it leaking out of the air holes, is just to turn it 1 mil in the opposite direction and it's sealed. It's completely sealed. It can't leak, it can't do anything, so just a small tip. But yeah, I'm quite impressed. It's not good, it's not a bad system. What they've done with it, what they've done with it, I'm very impressed with. Right, this is available from ModsAndAtties for the price of £19.99. This is the blackened version, as they call it, or as I call it. Only version they've got available at the moment is the stainless steel. So, but yeah, good tank, good dripper, all round good atomizer really. I've been Dan Shizzle. I'll see you in the next one.